Hi, today I have a word problem for us to look at. Our word problem today is that it takes 3/4 of a pan of brownies to feed 2/3 of my class. How much of a pan of brownies will it take to feed my entire class? To solve this problem, we need to think about what we're being asked to do. So, we have 3/4 of a pan of brownies, and we know that will feed 2/3 of our class. So if we take that 3/4 of a pan of brownies, which are our things in our groups, and we divide, and you'll see why in a second, if we divide that pan of brownies into the 2/3 of our class, which are our groups, then we'll be able to find out, based on that information, how much we need to feed our entire class. So that's how many things will be in a whole group. Okay. Now I know that sounds a little bit strange, but let's look at it a different way, and that might make it more clear as to why this works as a division problem. To show you, I'm going to use a double number line, meaning that I'm going to compare both things together so that you can see how much of one it takes to make another. Okay, so we said that our things in our groups were our brownies. So I'm going to put that on top, and that's our things in groups. Okay, so we have our brownies as our things in groups. And our groups, we said, were our class. So, class is our groups. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we know that it takes 3/4 of a pan of brownies to make enough brownies for 2/3 of our class. All right, now we want to know how many brownies it will take to feed our whole class. So that's 3/3, because 3/3 is the same thing as 1, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So if it takes 3/4 of a pan of brownies to feed 2/3 of our class, and we need to know how many more brownies we need, let's take a look at what it takes to get from 2/3 to 3/3. We would need to add 1/3 of however many brownies it takes to get to our full amount to feed our class. So, how much is 1/3 of the class? How many brownies will 1/3 of the class need? When we find that out, we can add that to our 3/4 to get the total that we need. So, to get from 2/3 to 1/3, we had to divide by 2. So let's do the same thing to our brownies, and that will tell us how many brownies we need to feed 1/3 of our class. But 3/4 is not an easy number to divide by 2 with. So let's change the denominator in our 3/4. I'm going to rewrite that so you can see it a little bit better. By multiplying by 2 over 2. Because if you multiply by 2 over 2, you're the same thing as multiplying by 1, and it doesn't change the answer. So 3 times 2 is 6. And 4 times 2 is 8. So 3/4 and 6/8 are the same exact thing. Now we said we need to divide that answer by 2 to get to our 1/3 amount of the class. So 6/8 divided by 2 is 3/8. Okay. So it takes 3/8 of a pan of brownies to feed 1/3 of our class. So to find out how much it takes to feed 3/3, we can just add the 2/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3. So 6/8, which was the same, how many brownies it took to feed 2/3 of the class, plus the 3/8, which is what it took to feed 1/3 of the class, together, and get 9/8. 6/8 plus 3/8 equals 9/8. So it takes 9/8 of a pan of brownies to feed our entire class. that's where you'll find your answer. And however much it took to make the entire class have enough brownies. So to review, we took the original information given that it took 3/4 of a pan of brownies to make enough brownies to feed 2/3 of the class. We knew we needed to get to 3/3. To do that, you'd have to add by 1/3. We don't have enough information to find out how much 1/3 will be without dividing our 2/3 by 2. We had to do the same thing with our brownies to find out how many brownies it would take. So 3/4 divided by 2 was 3/8. So to find out how much it takes total, we added our 2/3 amount, which was the 6/8 or the 3/4, you can look at it either way, added that to our 3/8, which was the 1/3 amount, to get our full 3/3, which 6/8 plus 3/8 equals 9/8. So it took 9/8 of a pan of brownies to make enough brownies to feed our entire class. Now, in the beginning of this video, I told you that you could find this out by simply dividing. If you look back at our original problem, we had 3/4 of a pan of brownies divided into 2/3 of our class. Now, to divide fractions, you keep your original number, you change the sign, and you flip the answer, which gave us 9/8. 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 2 is 8. So here too, we found 9/8 as the answer. So when we were given our original amount of brownies that it took to feed a certain amount of our class, we can divide that together and find out how many brownies it takes to get our full answer, which was 9/8. That's how many brownies it takes to feed the entire class. Thank you so much.